In other news at this hour, amid countrywide outrage over the brutal killing of a Sri Lankan national in Pakistan, the country's Defence Minister Parvez Khattak dismissed suggestions that the lynching incident could be linked to the government's decision to lift the ban on Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan. Speaking to the media in Peshawar, the minister said that the government could not be blamed for such an incident, since murders take place when young people get emotional. Listen to his comments.
देखो वजूहात आपको भी पता है, बच्चे हैं, बड़े होते हैं, इस्लामी दीन है, सोच ज़्यादा जोश में आ जाते हैं, जज्बे में को काम कर लेते हैं। इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि ये किया तो ये हो गया। मुझे पता है कि हम पागल होते थे जब हम जवान होते थे, लड़के होते थे, कुछ भी करने को तैयार होते थे, लेकिन बढ़ते जाते ज़िंदगी जब हम आगे पहुँचे, हमें फिर रियलाइज़ किया कि ये जोश और जज्बा है, इसको संभाल के रखना है। तो ये बच्चों के होता है, लड़ाइयाँ भी होती है, कत्ल भी हो जाते हैं। इसका ये मतलब है कि हुकूमत की गलती है। आप हर चीज़ हुकूमत में डालते हैं।
The TLP itself has distanced itself from the lynching and condemned it. This after protests condemning the incident broke out across the country, with many demanding the government stop dialogue with the TLP after the attackers were heard chanting slogans of the hardline Islamist party. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Imran Khan announced a medal of bravery will be awarded to the man who tried to save the Sri Lankan factory manager from an angry mob and risked his own life in the process. CCTV footage has revealed Malik Adnan, a production manager, tried confronting the large group of angry men by himself and trying to shield Sri Lankan national Priyantha Kumara from the mob at a factory in Sialkot. The mob later overpowered Adnan and dragged Kumara out on the road before killing him and setting the body on fire of allegations of blasphemy. The mob claimed that Kumara was seen tearing posters bearing the name of Prophet Muhammad. Post-mortem report of Kumara has revealed gory details about the torture he was put through by the mob. According to the report, Kumara sustained multiple injuries of severe degrees, including burning of 99% of his body tissues and damage to his skull and numerous broken bones. Kumara's remains will be flown down to his hometown, Ganimula, in Sri Lanka today, and will be accompanied by an officer of the Sri Lanka's High Commission from Islamabad. The Lankan High Commission in Islamabad has also sought an investigation report from Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Ministry of Kumara's murder. This is not the first time that Pakistan has violated human rights under the guise of its blasphemy law. There have been a number of incidents which prove that there is little to no tolerance for the religious minorities in Pakistan. In 2009, Asia Bibi, a Pakistani Christian, was accused of insulting Prophet Muhammad. She became the first woman to be sentenced to death under the blasphemy law. The case triggered international outcry. Religious hardliners in Pakistan took to the streets in 2018 after the death sentence was quashed. Ultimately, Asia Bibi had to leave her home and flee to Canada. Our correspondent Anas Malik is joining us live on the broadcast from Islamabad. Thank you very much for joining us at this hour, Anas Malik, and good to see you. Have there been more arrests made following the mob lynching of the late Sri Lankan, and there were plans to transport the remains of Kumara to Sri Lanka? Also an update on that, Malik.
Well, absolutely. To answer your first question, yes, there have been more arrests, and just a short while back, the Lahore police has come out with a statement that they've made 7 more arrests, including those who were part of the mob that was involved in the heinous torture on the Sri Lankan national. The person who was inciting the mob as well. At least 7 people more have been arrested. That takes the tally of those arrested to 132. That is on one part. On the other end, with regards to the investigation, 13 key suspects will be presented before the court of law today in Sialkot, an anti-terror court. Sometime today, because of security reasons, the exact timing is still unknown, and the police will be seeking their remand from the judiciary. On the part of the body being flown, well, in a short while from now, the remains will be transported from the hospital to the Lahore airport and onwards to Sri Lanka. The Punjab's education minister, Punjab government's education minister, will be seeing off the body. As what we have learned, that the body will be handed with a full state honor, and government sources claim that this is the least that they could have done to honor Priyantha Kumara for the heinous act that the Pakistani mob had done, and they say that investigation into the matter is currently ongoing, and those involved will be taken to task, that this will be made a test case. Eric?
Malik, any word on the investigations into this incident by the Pakistan government so far?
Well, the Pakistani government is currently investigating. They've geofenced the area. The forensic investigations, the geoforensics are currently ongoing, and other modern techniques of investigations are currently being employed, including the locations of, including the gathering of cell phone data, and that's how the arrests are being made. More than 800 people have been booked under the FIR. 132 arrests have been made. The Pakistani Foreign Secretary is constantly in touch with the Sri Lankan High Commissioner here in Islamabad, and they have been sharing details in real time with the Sri Lankan side. As we speak, prima facie, the Sri Lankan side looks satisfied with the investigations being done on the part of Pakistan, and therefore they have not asked for a joint investigation as yet. On the part of the Pakistani government, further, the Pakistani Prime Minister spoke to the Sri Lankan counterpart. The Pakistani Foreign Minister spoke to his Sri Lankan counterpart as well, and both have assured investigations being completed and those being involved taken to task. There were at least 2 persons who were involved in the crowd who tried to save Priyantha, one of them being the production manager of the factory where he used to work at, and the Pakistani Prime Minister has announced the country's 2nd highest civilian award for the very production manager for his attempt to save Priyantha from the crowd, but unfortunately his attempt went in vain, and the mob did overpower, the crowd did overpower Malik Adnan, and they managed to drag away Priyantha. Eric?
All right, thank you very much, Anas Malik, live from Islamabad. Thank you very much for that update. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.